thing. Obviously tonight, um, let's talk a little bit about the goalie that on the other end there. It seemed like Sam Harvey just really had the offense's number whenever anything got through. Can you talk a little bit about their defensive effort and the goaltending they got tonight?
Yeah, I thought Harvey did a nice job. He made some key saves for him. I thought there was also times where we did a good job establishing ozone play, but we kept it to perimeter. When we were making some nice interchanges, our D were active, and that's all fine and dandy. But I thought there was also times, we just were to the outside, and they do a very good job of dicing up with five inside the house. So they'll let you dance around the outside. So we got to do a better job penetrating to make it a little tougher on Harvey. But at the end of the day, you tip your hat to him because the kid played well.
Getting down by 2 in the first period there, and then coming back with 2. This is a young team. How did you like the way the team responded, the mood on the bench, being down early in a game like that?
Yeah, we came back a couple times in those Iowas, so I definitely don't question our ability to stay in a game, our focus. We have a young group that works hard and has a lot of tenacity, but I thought early we were tentative. I thought we didn't defend nearly hard enough. I thought we put ourselves in a 2-0 hole. And credit to them, I thought San Jose skated very well. I thought they were active, and I thought they did a nice job starting the game on time. But I didn't like our response in terms of our start. To come back from 2, that's good. It means we stayed in the game, kept our focus. But once you work that hard, then you got to find a way to push forward and try and grab one, especially in the second period. We outchanced them pretty good in the second, and we weren't able to really, maybe grab that go-ahead goal, which could have been a game-changing momentum.
Speaking of go-ahead goal, obviously their go-ahead goal didn't look great on the video replay. What explanation did you get from the refs in terms of the play there that happened at the net?
You know what? It was Cole was right on top of it, and basically he explained to me that he was watching the play went to the player's hand. He knocked it down to stick it in. He was right there. I trust his call. He's right on the back of the net. My concern was also, the player on top of the goaltending. They had a guy laying on pointer for an extended time, but he said that's the back guy needs to have a look at that. And Riley said we had a guy on as well. So it's a year where you got to move on quick. I trust their judgment. Everyone's trying in those situations, and it's important for us to bounce back. It's a 3-2 at that point, and we need to find the next one. It's going to happen all year in terms of referees' discretion. So the best thing is to do is move on, accept it, and then come with a good shift.
Yeah, how much does that change the way you approach those plays at the net when you don't have replay to go back, and it's a lot like it used to be?
Yeah, hey, it's even across the board. It's a level playing field in terms of that. So you might get a break on one, and then you think you got wronged on the next. I think over a course of a year it'll balance out, hopefully. And I'm not going to overanalyze it. I think those guys are working hard and did a nice job. And we have to handle what we can handle, and let's not put ourselves in positions where those are deciding factors. And to be quite frank, it wasn't tonight. We had chances, and we need to push through some areas to make that game more in our favor.
We talked about the baseball style schedule. Obviously, you guys are going to be ready to go for tomorrow night and motivated. You feel like that's going to just continue to be a good theme for the year?
I beg your pardon, Stephen. I missed the question.
Sorry. Do you feel like it's still going to continue to be a good theme for the year to have that back and forth of that 3-game series, 4-game series?
Yeah, that's the schedule. We're going to be seeing teams multiple times in a row. We knew that coming in, and I have no issue with that. We have to respond. They're a good hockey team over there, and I thought they outskated us. I don't think we did a good enough job slowing them down with our physicality. And, I thought when we possessed, we made plays, and I thought we had some touches. But, again, we have to do a better job of penetrating inside the dots.
Outside of that goal from Russo from the blue line, I mean, all of the goals for you guys and for San Jose were right around the net front. You talked about being outside of the perimeter and just not finding the penetration in those holes of the defense. Just what does that play into your preparation for tomorrow, and how can you highlight some of that?
I had a tough time hearing you, Toast. I believe you asked, how do we get inside the house? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, just where does that change your preparation, knowing that going into tomorrow's game?
Well, it was something we knew coming in. We watched a couple games against Tucson. We know they protect the house very well. We know on the other end they do a good job of getting to the net. So that was a part of our preparation. I think we let that slip. I think knowing what we know, I think we should have done a much better job in those areas. So we have to respond. Ultimately, we saw what we expected, and they did a better job of executing. So we have to make sure we're more on point. We have to win the tougher areas in front of both nets. And if you do that, you give yourself a much better chance.
Okay. Thank you, Neil. Appreciate the time.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot, Neil.